Well, Megan, we're back. We're so back. Are you ready to do some rock, paper, scissors?
I am.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Megan, please tell everyone what we're watching today.
You were totally looking.
I was not! Don't ever accuse me of cheating. I lose enough on this channel that you should know I'm never cheating.
You're just oh, what is that called? You're whenever you pretend to be bad at something and then you're
I'm
like
sandbagging?
Is that what it's called? Sandbagging?
That's what it's called in bowling. It's a sandbagger is a bowler who bowls badly so they get a really high handicap and then they smoke competition because their handicap's super high.
Yep, that's it.
I've just been sandbagging you at rock, paper, scissors.
For over a year now.
Right.
Now you're just gonna keep winning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm on my winning streak, surely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll find out next episode. All right. Man, this is crazy. I don't do this often.
I know.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Rated MA. As always, I'm Meg, that's Allie, and today we're gonna be watching a Night
You can tell she doesn't do this often.
A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This is season 1, episode 3. There's only one season out right now anyway. It's called The Squire. If you see Allie and I looking down at any point throughout this episode, it's because we take notes and we have a notes discussion at the end of the episode if we talk about like screenwriting or cinematography or just things that we like, things like that. I haven't seen the show before. Allie has, so she was a big Game of Thrones fan. Exactly, the shirt. I only got up to the Red Wedding and then I stopped watching.
Which is like, how could you stop there? That's like when it gets really good.
We have a Patreon. And if you would like to join, we have some pretty cool stuff. It is behind a paywall. The minimum you have to pay is $3 to be able to get access to our unedited reactions. Yeah, we also post them early if we're able to. So if you want to be able to get early access or just see some unedited reactions where you don't have to blur anything out or anything like that, worry about copyright, you can head over there. We have the description of that in link of it in our bio.
We have a description of it in our link.
video.
We do have a link to that in the description of this video. It's also on our channel bio as well, if you would like to take a look at our Patreon.
Yes. Oh, God, I did that so smooth. All right.
Smooth as butter, baby.
Other than that, anything I need to add before we hop in?
No, I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
Excellent.
This is one of my favorite episodes of this show, which I don't think anyone else is going to agree with me on that. I love this episode. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Is this one your favorite or is it the fourth one?
I think of the ones that I've rewatched, I do think it's this one and the fifth one. And then the next one, episode 4, is like my number 3.
Okay. So this is number 1, number 5 is number 2, number 4 is number 3. Okay.
I just, again, like I said, I don't think anyone else is going to agree with me, but I really like this episode. This episode's the midpoint. It's the midpoint. Fucking sue me, okay? So, yeah.
Midpoint's always really good.
I love this episode. This episode's fun. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
He's just like me for real.
Now this one's Thunder.
Yes, this is Thunder. Apparently the horse's real name is Garacha.
Oh.
Yeah, because Peter Claffey always talked about how much he loved this horse. And
Aww.
I believe this is Garacha, the horse.
That is gorgeous. Sorry to interrupt you, but holy
Isn't that
shit,
a great
was
shot?
beautiful.
Dude, this episode has some really cool shots in it.
He's twice the size of your last rider, and the field could be just like yours or worse, so you best get your feet under you. My father told me you should never talk to a horse. He said they're dumber than dogs.
You know, I figured out who he reminds me of. A young Draco Malfoy.
Okay, fun fact, he was in contention to play Draco Malfoy and did not get the part because he wanted to do this show instead.
Oh my god!
That's 100% the truth.
I had no idea. All right.
I think a horse doesn't want to be ordered about any more than a man does.
That horse just shit.
Yeah, sure did.
Nice.
Not bad.
What is he doing?
He's preparing for the joust.
Sir Duncan, take it.
That's really cute.
He's practicing being a squire.
Take it quick, Sir Duncan.
I love Egg.
I do too. He's such a cutie.
Good boy.
You steal that horse. Tell the truth. We'll be fair.
It's not stealing if you mean to put it back.
What's wrong with your hair?
What's wrong with your eye?
This is a little gross. Fair warning.
Oh!
You're Sir Robin Risley.
We are a vessel for the warrior. When it is madness bid, it is madness delivered.
I serve Sir Duncan the Tall.
We've not heard of him.
You will.
Where have you been?
Training.
Don't wander off without telling me. Then quit jawing and get the brushes. Thunder looks like he's been dragged through a hedge.
How'd you get it so even?
Just practice. Just try again.
There.
Yes!
Is it odd that I have black hair growing out of my stones?
It's odd that you're telling me.
Oh my god.
Damon was the bastard, so they kicked his bastard. Grass is green in summer, green grass I adore.
Dunk throwing up in the background.
Someone throwing up?
It always kills me.
Fetch my armor.
Now,
Aye,
Flies.
the right of first challenge goes to knights of high birth and renown. Are you a knight of high birth and renown, sir?
I cannot enter the list today.
Not today, sir, no. Only knights of high birth and renown.
He's such a shit.
He really is. I love him.
Then why have I been vomiting all morning?
It's a mystery.
No. Goose eggs, like.
Oh, Dunk.
You like goose eggs?
Your shield will be ready this evening, so.
Poor Dunk.
I know. I just want to give him a hug.
I know.
Shut up.
Okay, so fish and eggs.
Is that fish? I could never figure out what it is.
My guess is it looks like fish because they do fishing and stuff.
Well, they're right next to a river also, too. I don't know, fish and eggs seems weird, but I don't eat fish regardless, so what do I know? That was a great shot.
Yeah. Now, why can't the Ren Fair joust be like this?
Dude. Well, we don't want to actually kill people, Megan.
No, definitely not. You know what? I take what I said back. Not that far.
Oh, Meg, I can't eat hard salt beef. I just eat lovely food and grapes and all the.
I think I could be quite happy in a place like this.
You're in a place like this.
After I lead a great campaign for my lord, of course.
I love this shot.
Of course.
I love that they had like plants in the foreground that were hazy and blurry.
And the hand of his second most beautiful daughter.
Second most.
You've already married the first most. Have you not, sir?
Did you really ride all the way here in the back of some farmer's wagon?
I don't want to talk about it.
You're a good worker when you put your mind to it.
I think so. Does that mean I can stay in as your squire? After the tournament?
If I lose my first joust, I'll scarcely be a knight after the tournament. If I win,
Duncan!
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Ew.
That was a good transition.
Good transition, though.
Yeah.
So I hope you understand that what I ask serves no private interest.
So you can ask him to throw it.
Hard times lie ahead. Unless we endeavour to reverse our fortunes. I mean not to rob you, but to reward you. I ask only what you already intend. Drive your foot from his saddle and take your place on Champion's Row.
I do not want a victory that I have not earned.
Let Sir Andrew take the fall, and you shall have his horse, arms, and armour as recompense for your role. I beg you think on it. I shall seek your answer on the morrow.
Prince Arian Bright Flame!
Oh, his like.
His armor is so
Yeah.
cool. There's the guy you like, Valar.
Yeah.
Cousin?
Now, what is going on?
Arian's choosing his opponent for the tilt.
I won't embarrass you today.
So these two are cousins. He's the hand of the king, the heir to the throne. He's his son, and then Arian is his cousin.
Come out, little knight. It's time you face the dragon.
What's his cousin's name?
Arian is the one on the horse. Valar is the one he almost challenged.
Okay.
I love his armor. I love that his horse has like a plate over them. I mean, I guess they all do, but his is freaky.
Oh! I was just looking up the actor who played Valar. His name's Oscar Morgan.
Oscar Morgan, yep.
He's German.
He's going to be in the new season of Wednesday.
Ah! He's 2 years younger than us.
He's too low.
Not the horse!
Yeah.
Now that's just fucking rude. There's no reason to stab a horse! That poor horse! Oh my god.
That was a great throw.
That poor horse. And these are Targaryens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the blonde hair. How's that horse still? Oh my god.
He's dying. I don't think they show it. Yeah, they don't. Okay, it's over.
A mishap may befall me, and I'll need you to keep your wits if it does.
That was no mishap.
God, so wild. We gotta take this chant to the Ren Fair, man.
Please.
Do you suppose there wasn't Alice, sir?
The crippled girl who shoved her hand up men's arses.
Do you think her name was really Alice?
No.
There was a crippled girl who was so good at pleasuring men in their bums that they saw fit to celebrate her in song, and yet they could not bother credit her true name. Perhaps it is a story of honour.
Honor?
But is this not the act of a dogged spirit, giving more than what is asked? Her name is Hope, sir. Belongs to all who invoke it.
I love that.
How old is Egg?
Egg is like 9 or 10, I think. I think he's supposed to be 10?
10-year-old has a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. He's between 8 and 10. That's all I know. I think. Because in the book, he's 8, but Dunk is 16. So they're only 8 years apart. But Dunk in this is older. So, but we don't know how old Dunk is.
Did you ever know your father, Egg?
No, not really.
You shall know great success and be richer than a Lannister. You shall be king. And die in hot fire, and worms shall feed upon your ashes.
Right.
What?
Thank you, that's very good. This boy is my squire. Egg, this is Raymond Fossaway.
Will you join me in my tent for a cup of cider?
I could wait at the puppet show, sir. Bring your shield when the performance is over.
Have you chosen an opponent yet?
Oh, I'm not sure. I suppose Sir Andrew and I are quite equally matched.
A local favourite. You mean to play the villain?
My squire thinks Arian meant to kill the horse. Hard to accept that a knight might be so dishonourable, let alone a prince.
Why is that hard? They're incestuous aliens, Duncan.
I love Raven.
Dragged us into their wars about a mote of respect for our history or our customs. Every pale-haired brat they saddled on us has been madder than the last. The only honourable thing a Targaryen can do for this realm is finish on his wife's tits. I got a bit carried away there.
I love him. He's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I love how much his hair stands out. Just the white hair. It's so good.
I saw Prince Maker's chair was empty.
He left Ashford this morning to search for the rest of his misbegots. He's there,
Darren, and the youngest. There's rumours going about the boys are dead. But most like Darren, he's probably just drunk again. Darren's a sot. Arian's just vain and cruel. And the youngest...
Sit down, quick! You have to come! Arian's hurting her!
Hurting who?
What a dick.
Why did you throw your life away for this whore? She's scarcely worth it. You've loosened one of my teeth. So we'll start by breaking out all of yours.
Don't hurt him!
You stupid boy! Hold your tongue or they'll hurt you!
Let go of him. Wait. Yokel, do as I say.
You impudent little rat. What's happened to your hair?
I cut it off, brother. I didn't want to look like you.
Oh! I was wondering if you'd figured it out yet.
Okay. That's crazy.
There were hints about it along the way. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this episode. I just really like this episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. I literally was like, it's over?
Yeah, I mean, these episodes are so fast. It's not like Game of Thrones where the episode might be like 70 to 80 minutes long. Like, these are like 35, and I'm like, oh, I need them to be longer.
And more.
Yeah, I'll admit, I love Arian. I love how evil Arian is. He's such a good villain.
He is, but yeah, he's a good villain because we hate him. I'm genuinely scared of the guy.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about Arian is he's always calm, and that is infinitely scarier than someone who's like very explosively angry. And in that final scene where he's like, you've loosened one of my teeth. Like, he's just stating a fact at that point, and he's like threatening to curb stomp Dunk and knock all his teeth out. He's just like, so we'll start by breaking out all of yours. Like, there's something about that like icy, like retaliatory tone of voice that he has.
It's terrifying.
It's so good. It's such a good character choice. I love it. And I think Arian is awesome.
I hate him.
Yeah, he killed a horse. That's like one of the the first thing that he does is insult Dunk. That's the very first thing that you see him do.
I mean, everyone is insulting Dunk.
Right. I mean, nothing new for this, but like the very first conversation he has with Dunk is he assumes that Dunk is a stable boy. And when Dunk is like, oh no, sir, I have the honor of being a knight, he said, knighthood has fallen on sad days, and then walked away. I was like,
okay, that was really funny.
Low-key, he kind of got bars though. He's kind of funny.
Yeah, funny and psychotic.
Arian is such a rage baiter. You'll see it more in the next episode, but there's a conversation that takes place in the next episode where you see his father like visibly going through psychosis, trying not to throttle him. It's very funny. I think Arian's very funny. I really like Arian.
Because whenever she said he'll sit on the throne, I was like, wait a minute. There's some tie here.
That's the very last clue. Well, actually, that's not the last clue. That's the biggest clue. But Raymond, in that scene leading up to it, when right before Egg runs into the tent, Raymond is talking to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, well, two of the prince's sons are missing. One of them is just a drunk,
right.
but the youngest." And before he says anything about the youngest, Egg runs in. That's the very last hint that it's Egg. But there were hints about it throughout the first couple episodes of the show. So when you first meet Egg, Dunk asks him, are you an orphan boy? And he says, are you? Because he's not an orphan.
He's deflecting.
He's just deflecting. And then when Dunk says, oh, are you from King's Landing? He says, yes. And then Dunk is like, oh, so you must be from Flea Bottom, which is where Dunk is from. And Egg says, no, I'm not from Flea Bottom. He's from King's Landing. That's another one of the hints. And then in the second episode, when the Targaryens show up, he gets visibly frightened of them and doesn't want to be seen near them. And every time any of the Targaryens get close, he disappears.
That's true.
There's a scene also too when Raymond first approaches Dunk about going into the tent, like when Egg is like, oh, I'll go watch the puppet show, you go have cider with Raymond. He like won't meet Raymond's eyes because he's afraid of someone recognizing him.
See, I thought he was just kind of spooked from the fortune teller, like the interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of hints in this show if you know what to look for. Some of them are more subtle than others, like him like kind of hiding from Raymond and not really wanting to be seen. But yeah, it's so fun. Unfortunately, when I watched the show for the first time, I already knew the reveal. Like I knew that he was a Targaryen.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, I did already know that, but I think I might have pieced it together. I probably would have pieced it together if I'd watched it completely blind. But yeah, so Egg is a Targaryen. Egg and Arian are brothers.
Right.
Right. Which means that Egg and Valar are cousins.
That's true. I really hope we find out a lot more about Egg next episode. It'd be crazy if we didn't, compared like since this is how it ended.
This is one of the few episodes where you're shifting perspective to someone other than Dunk. You don't find out a ton about Egg, but like you learn a lot more about his dynamics with his family in the next episode for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited that we're watching the next episode tonight because I need to know more.
I know. Yeah, for our audience, Meg and I are doing these in batches. So we did 1 and 2, and then we're doing 3 and 4, and we'll do 5 and 6 because you can't watch episode 5 without immediately going into episode 6. I'm not that cruel to do that to Megan. So yeah, we had some fun stuff in this episode.
Yeah. No, this was a great episode. I see why you like it so much. I really do.
I genuinely think every episode of this show gets better than the last. So I think the next one is really great. The next one is The Dark Night of the Soul. So it's like super grim and dark, but it's also like there is humor and levity to it. One of my favorite scene in the entire show is in the next episode. It like made me cry the first time I watched it, like gave me goosebumps. It like really touched my feels. I'm very excited for it. But then the 5th episode, God, the 5th episode is so much fun. Fun is maybe not the right word.
Oh,
it's a great episode. Okay. It's the climax. That's all I'm going to say.
I had a question for you.
Hit me.
Would you have taken the deal?
Oh, well, if I was in Dunk's position, if I was a hedge knight and I was getting insecure and fearful that I was going to lose everything, and then also I felt responsible for a young boy, I might.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'd be very tempted.
You and I both have that California mindset of like self-perseverance is key, and I do think we would make that call. And like that's one of my favorite elements. I actually made a note that I wanted to talk about that. That is one of my favorite elements of this episode is like they've spent 3 episodes building Dunk up as this like super honorable knight who's like bound by duty, bound by oath, bound by honor. And then when Raymond asks him like, "Oh, who are you thinking about tilting against?" He's like, "I think Sir Andro would be a good tilt." He's already considering taking the deal. He's already in his head decided he's going to do it.
Whenever I saw like it was after that last joust, whenever the horse unfortunately died, I could just see
like Arian killed the horse.
Yes, I could see kind of like a switch flip in his head to where he's like, "Oh, shit! Like this is kind of what I'm up against."
Well, not only that too, it was his former master had told him, you know, you have to be honorable. A knight should always be this, and like had taught him all these principles. And then here he comes to this tournament where he's seeing all of these knights who are not honorable, who are not kind, who are not courteous, and it's like completely shattering this image that he has of knighthood. And that's one of the things I love about this show is it really takes the convention of like everything I know is a lie, but what do I choose to do with that? Do I choose to remain honorable in the face of dishonor, or do I go with the flow? And that is Dunk's moral arc throughout this season, which is great.
So, as people and regular viewers may know, I'm originally from the Midwest, small town, farm town, and always dreamed of going to California, always dreamed of Hollywood, film industry, all of that. And you get this picture in your head of what it's like. And you're told your whole life, you know, you see it on TV, you see things. And in the Midwest where I grew up, you don't see billboards of films. You don't see anything. You just go word of mouth, or you have to look it up or anything like that. And so it's a very different world. And so you kind of glamorize it. And then you come here to Hollywood and then you see the reality of it. Like even just like the Walk of Fame, like it's very like, it changes that perspective. So you're like, oh, small town girl with big hopes and dreams comes out here. And then granted, I work in Hollywood. So it's very much it changed me where I was like, oh. But now I don't even think twice about it. I'm like, oh, this is my everyday. So
it is the removal of the rose-tinted glasses of like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm seeing this world for what it is now. And the question always remains is like, what do you do when confronted with the truth? And we will see what Dunk does. Does Dunk remain this honorable, kind knight, or does something in him change in the face of, oh, my ideals are a little fantasy, like they're not realistic. I
Yeah.
think the realism versus the fantasy is so fascinating in this show. Everything that I thought it would be versus what it is.
And like you said, taking off the rose tentacle, they're being shattered basically.
All right, though, let's talk about this episode. There was some other stuff too. We talked about the thing that I wanted to talk about, which was the Dunk pretty much accepting the deal. Like he's kind of decided he's gonna do it at that point. Until of course all the stuff with Tanzel happens and Arian. But I love that. And another scene that I really like, I've seen other reactors comment on this scene. Maybe I don't want to say like they don't understand it, but I've seen a lot of people have conversation about it. It's when they're in the tent and Lionel is singing about the Alice with 3 fingers, a copper in a glass. And he's singing about that song, and Egg and Dunk are having a conversation about like, do you really think there was a girl with 3 fingers who shoved her hands up people's ass? And Dunk's like, probably. I really like that conversation. I think it's very telling between Egg and Dunk, where Dunk kind of accepts it at face value, but Egg is the one that's seeing through it. And you even made a comment too. You're like, he's very wise for a 10-year-old or whatever.
And just also it kind of shows that like you said, he's kind of taking Dunk is kind of taking it at face value, like, oh, it's nothing, it's just a fun song. But whenever Dunk brings up, what is it, hope?
Yeah.
It kind of shows that, you know, he does still have that kind of childlike kind of hope that we all had and everything, and holds on to it. There is that too, where it is really good to have hope and hold on to it. And as we get older and go through things, we become more jaded or just kind of like, yeah, more pessimistic.
I am the most cynical person I know.
So it's nice to have Dunk hear that perspective again, because you saw it kind of made him think for a second, which was really nice to see. In all of this dark time of, you know, his perspective being changed so harshly.
Egg has the quote where he says, "Her name is Hope, sir. It belongs to all who invoke it." And I really, really, really love that line. I love that line about hope, that hope belongs to anyone who calls for it. There were a lot
It's
of
a
really,
really
good lines in this. There was also Egg. Oh, there another hint too about Egg being a Targaryen. He's singing the song when Dunk is throwing up in the background, and he's singing the song in the tree. He's whittling. He's talking about his family. He's like, Prince Baelor was the firstborn. Prince Maker sprung out last. Baelor's his uncle. Maker's his dad. That's
See,
a
I didn't
song
know
about
that.
well, yeah, that's not. I mean, to be fair, when I first watched the show, I didn't catch it either. When I watched it also, I was watching it with subtitles, so I was reading everything as it came up, but it's literally talking about something called the Blackfire Rebellion, which actually the second season is going to deal a little bit with the Blackfire Rebellion, which is like bastard Targaryens who tried to usurp the throne, and Prince Baelor and Prince Maekor, Egg's father, fought in that rebellion and silenced it to remain the rightful heirs to the throne. And so the Blackfires, that song is about the Blackfires, and it talks about the anvil and the hammer, which is what Baelor and Maker are called. They have nicknames, the hammer and the anvil. So that's another hint that Egg is maybe not what he seems, because he's totally singing a song about the lore of the Targaryens in that moment too.
That makes sense. That's so cool. I love little Easter eggs that kind of lead up, and you're like, how did I miss that?
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it is really fun. I love shows that do that. Oh, yeah, this was a good episode.
Yeah, I really like this one. The next one's also really good. The fifth one is amazing, but the next one is also really, really, really good. Yeah. So let's see. The fortune teller said Dunk would have great success and be richer than a Lannister, and said Egg would be king and would die in hot fire, and all who know you will rejoice in your dying.
That's awful.
That's crazy.
Especially to tell like a 10-year-old. Granted, kids back then had to grow up way faster.
And Egg obviously has grown up very quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm curious then if that was his actual, like, that can't be his mom then that was at that tavern or anything. He must have just ran away and she took him in. Because she called him like an orphan boy or something like that. Was that what she said? My boy.
Yeah, so the woman at the tavern was talking about a different kid who had run away, but Dunk, who had met Egg in the stables, assumed Egg was her son because Egg says it in one of the earlier episodes that his mother has died. His mother is dead, which is actually true. Yeah, his mother, Diana Dane is her name. She has already passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They're all connecting.
It's been a couple days since we watched the first couple episodes too, so.
Yeah. Do you remember like when we were kids, it was this toy called like Connects? Do you remember those were like kind of magnetic and then they had like the balls and you can like connect them?
Kind of vaguely. It's like sounding familiar, but you might have to send me a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I do remember these. Here, let's see if we can.
They're not magnetic like I thought, but these are like the pieces are connecting in my head, just like snapping into place. Yeah, those were fun. I loved those toys. Man, I want to watch the next one.
All right, then let's do it. Let's totally do it. I love the next episode. Like I said, my favorite scene in the entire show is in the next episode. And I think Meg's gonna like it too. I think Meg will like it as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will check you guys out in the next one. We're really excited to get into the next one. Are you enjoying the show so far, Meg?
I am actually. I'm very much enjoying it.
Good. I love to hear it. As always, you guys can check us out on our Patreon. The link is in the bio of this video. It's also on our channel as well for early and unedited reactions if you guys are interested in any of those. Meg and I will sign off here for the night so we can go watch the next one. Bye!
Bye!